Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new episode of All Things Fantasy Sci-Fi here on Mcubed. As always, I'm your host Schmook. I'm going to be reviewing the second episode of Foundation on Apple TV Plus. Now, I wasn't a huge fan of the last episode, or the first episode, but it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. But this was the episode that it's actually hooking me in. This show's actually pretty solid. I'm liking the characters more. I'm really liking Brother Day a lot. Like, he is very sinister, he's scaring me a bit. He's going to end up being a very good TV show villain. So I look forward to seeing what they do with him in the future. I'm liking our main character, Gale. So the whole point of this episode was to get the foundation to this planet Terminus. To make a foundation there, just to live out a life, like make a colony basically. And it's interesting. I like this. I think his name's Henry, I believe. Interesting shit happens at the end of the episode. I like the guy. I can't remember his name in the show, but he plays Dean in the Harry Potter franchise. I'm liking seeing him. He's a good familiar face to see on this show. And of course, Lee Pace as Brother Day is unbelievable. Killer acting from him. He's been stellar so far. But yeah, this episode was interesting. We were seeing a good love story between. I'm just gonna call him Dean until I can remember his name. So Dean and Gale, and so we see them have some great tender moments in this episode. There's one specific scene I like is when they're just watching the sunset basically, and they're able to just rewind it. Which was pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. Again, the visuals in this show are absolutely nuts. Because then there's this cyborg lady. There's a cool scene where she's she gets hurt somehow, and then she pulls down her skin and takes out whatever hurt her, and then she sprays it with something, and then organic material forms for her skin, and it looks brand new, which is crazy. The visuals in that were absolutely bonkers. They're putting an absolute ton of money into this show, which I can't believe. But yeah, I'm starting to become a fan. Of course, I have 2 other episodes to watch, which I'll get some reviews for y'all. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see where they take this show. Of course, we get to the absolute end of the episode, which is the end of these episodes have actually been insane. They always end these episodes in a way that makes you want to just go on to the next episode. Kind of like Squid Game. And if you want me to review Squid Game, I guess I could, because I've been watching that too, and I think that's an excellent show. I understand what all the hype is about for it. I know this isn't a Squid Game review, but if y'all want to see me do that, let me know down in the comments, because I would love to talk about that show. And I think it can fit into a science fiction type thing, because I don't think this is very believable. But anyway, back to Foundation. So we get to the end of the episode. We see Dean kill, I believe his name's Henry, who's the guy who's in charge of leading this foundation. For some reason, I don't know if it was necessarily him just calling out his dad earlier on in the episode, but there might be more behind it. And then he sends Gale away in some pod out into the vast emptiness of space, which is pretty scary. And she's just holding her breath in this water tube. So who knows what's gonna happen there? I'm sure y'all know if you're already all caught up with the series, but I'm not. I've only watched the first 2 episodes. But yeah, I'm a big fan of what I'm seeing so far, guys. I highly recommend this show if you haven't seen it. Also, probably shouldn't be watching this review if you haven't. But yeah, I'm officially locked in now. Again, I didn't hate the first episode. I just wasn't a huge fan of what I was seeing outside of the visuals. But now I'm starting to actually really, we're starting to dive into these characters and who they are, and I'm starting to really dig these characters. So I'm really digging what the show is like, though. It's kind of like a mix of Star Trek and Star Wars, I would say. It has a lot of the political aspects of Star Wars and Star Trek, and kind of just going to different planets and I don't know. That's the vibe I get from it. And I think that makes sense, because I think the Foundation books are what laid the groundwork for Star Trek and Star Wars to become a thing. So we gotta thank those books and for making those happen, because those are some of my favorite things there are out there. But this show, I feel like it's doing the book justice. I haven't read them, but I feel like a lot of people are digging this show, and I can see why. Because again, they're putting a ton of money into it. The acting's pretty darn good, and I look forward to see where they're going next with it. But yeah, that's going to be my review for Foundation Episode 2. I highly recommend checking it out, and let me know what you think of Foundation. I think it's a pretty darn good show so far, and I hope y'all enjoyed as well. And again, of course, the visuals I think are the best thing about this show. I can't believe how good they look. It makes me think of Blade Runner 2049 type visuals, and that's a big movie, a big budget movie. you know. So they're and it's Apple money, so kind of makes sense that they're putting so much money into it. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about Foundation. All right, I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.